Okay, now that we have the law of sines derived out, okay, we discovered it, let's go ahead and use it. So the way that we need to plan this out is the following, okay, is that we need to look for this type of scenario, is that we have to have a triangle and we have to have a set of an angle and the opposite side, okay, being given, and then we need either an angle or a side given. In this case we got an angle, and then a side that needs needs to be found, okay? So it looks like we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. So watch what I'm writing in purple here. We're going to go the sine of 29 degrees divided by the opposite side, which is going to be 28 feet, equals, okay, and in this case we're solving for a side, so we're going to go sine of 102 degrees all over some unknown value c. So what we need to do then is we need to cross multiply like this, okay, and so it will look like the following, okay, and then we just need to divide through by the sine of 29 degrees to get c all by itself. So when we divide off on each side, okay, we are going to go ahead and get these guys cancel out, and we'll get the final looking exact answer here for the side C. However, we do want to approximate this out because that is a little bit too nebulous for us to imagine what that is. And so putting it into our calculator, we're going to get, it looks like 56.493 feet, okay? And so that is how we will go ahead and just set up the law of sines for finding a side, just looking for opposites, okay? So we can also use the law of sines to find angles. And so to do so, we're looking for the same type of relationship with an angle that's given and the opposite side. And in this case, I want to go ahead, or the only angle that's going to be available to me is going to be opposite the 7 here, so I'm going to have to solve for angle B first. And once I get angle B, I can solve for angle A and whatnot from there, just using the Triangle Sum Theorem. So let's go ahead and get this thing set up. Okay, so there we go. Making sure that we have the angles on top and the sides there on bottom. And then we could do some cross multiplication, but quality of life thing is that we can just multiply through. Since we're trying to solve for angle B, we can just multiply through by 7 in this case, and that's going to cancel these out. And we're going to get the sine of angle B equals 7 times sine 112 degrees all over 10. Okay. Now, what we want to do is that it seems like we want to immediately put this right-hand side into our calculator. But for accuracy purposes, I encourage you to leave it. And what we're going to do is that we're going to do the same thing if we're solving for an angle. We're going to say that angle B is going to equal the inverse, okay, like we practiced in previous sections, of this guy right here, okay, over 10. And we're going to plug that into our calculator, and that is going to give us approximately, so we got B is going to be approximately 40.468 degrees there, okay? So that's how you would use law of sines to solve for an angle. Again, you're just looking for a setup, angle across from a side, angle across from a side, and in one of the variables has to be missing. So you need 3 pieces that are known and then 1 piece that is not. So that's how you do that, and it looks like we're going to have to look at, in the next video, one of the things that is a pitfall of the law of sines, which is going to be an ambiguous case, or we're trying to look at using the law of sines to see if a triangle even exists. So I'll see you in that next video so we can decipher what's what.